So, this is Alexander Spivot.
Sean Robinson.
Mike Zawatsky.
And we're coming to you with Tech Talk Episode 5, Part 2. Is that, we're counting backwards, Star Wars style?
Part 2 or
So
six,
episode
Part
6?
1 or The Phantom Superstar.
So, wow, that was weird. They can hear us in the university, is that possible? Or is that just us yelling?
It might be possible if they happen to be using Sennheiser microphones and on one of the channels. We may have a little bit of a technical issue. You know, when you have a lot of things going on in a store.
I don't really care. So, we got a little topics for everyone today. First of all, we're coming to you live from the Unique Photo Expo. We're in Fairfield, New Jersey. We have a new member of our team joining us for the Tech Talks, Mike Zawatsky. He's a tech guru and camera nerd, just like we are. So, hopefully, we'll be able to enhance some of the tech talk.
So, for the show, Mike, so far, you were working with a lot of customers these days. How's it been?
It's been pretty busy here. I mean, the main thing people are wanting to know now is how they can share their pictures faster, because working photographers are always being asked by their clients, you know, the day after a wedding, or you know, the night of the wedding, when are my pictures coming? Right, are my pictures done yet? So, you know, there's always about how you can share your images faster, and that's really what people have been wanting to know. In this day and age, there's really no such thing as a bad interchangeable lens camera anymore. You can, if you know how to do even a little bit of photography, the cameras are so good now that everyone's taking good pictures. So it's more about how you can brand yourself and how you can do things faster as a business person, not necessarily as a photographer taking better pictures.
I like them already.
I love them. I'm in, and everyone's saying, you know, people are going to be able to shoot weddings with cell phones, and let me tell you, if you spend, you know, $1,000, $2,000, $3,000 on someone to shoot your wedding, and they show up with a cell phone, even if they take great pictures, you're not going to feel good about that.
That's right. I mean, again, it's a lot of
perception.
Now is perception, right? That's why. I mean, I recently switched to the Sony A7 system, and even though that's a full-frame camera,
good side.
Okay, I'm a little bit worried about showing up to a wedding and having a camera that's smaller than a guess.
I'm going to step out for a second and see if I can correct this for you, so hang on.
What?
Well,
our mics? Hang on one second, I can fix it.
Okay.
I'll be right back.
No, let's roll.
okay.
So let me go. Oh, I get it. Well, if Pamela were to respond, that'd been good.
Should we keep talking?
Yeah, let's roll.
Like I was saying, like if I'm going to a wedding as a photographer, even though my camera is a $2,000 camera, it's full frame. It's a little bit strange when your camera's smaller than say like someone's old uncle or something that has a D300 or a big DSLR. You know, it makes you feel there's a little bit of that
Camera envy.
Yeah, who's carrying the bigger stick type thing.
Yeah, well, it's going to be the end result that really matters. That's the bottom line. And people are always going to, first of all, people say they take better pictures with their phone than another camera, but last night I was in the car and I saw a license plate, you know, Dave Zeckhausen. We have another division here at Zeckhausen Racing. His name's Dave Z, and the license plate said Dave Z. With my eyes, I could see it crystal clear. My phone, nothing.
Yeah, and that's the thing with phones is when there's bright highlights or dark shadows, they really can't meter properly. And if you try and take a license plate picture, that's going to come out really bright.
Yeah, it's a physics thing. So what you're dealing with is you know, especially let's say a 200 millimeter lens, Canon 200 f2. It's a big piece of glass, and then all that glass gets pushed onto the sensor, and that's a physics. It's strictly physics, and that's why, as good as these camera phones are, when you look real close, you see a tiny little hole letting the light in, and that's the bottom line.
No, it's true. I mean, phones have come a long way. I've seen panoramic prints made from iPhones that look great, and
let me guess, they're outside, bright.
Exactly.
Yeah.
It was like I think it was someone who had gone on vacation to the panoramic of the pool at like their hotel in Florida.
Probably look great, full light, yeah. And I live near the city, and I like taking the panoramic shot of the city, but it never quite looks how it is in my eye. And I think that's really what photography is about: is capturing. You know, you might want to do a trick with a camera, but is getting that picture to look like. Are we good?
Yep. We happen to. Of all the things that could happen, because we have so much going on, the three mics we have here, one of us happened to be on the same channel that was in the main university.
How do we know it wasn't yours?
Full of people. It was It was mine.
Oh, okay.
Well, are you on there now?
No, not anymore.
Okay. Well,
the whole classroom was.
She messaged me and said, "Hey, we can hear you in the university." And since me and my father were both co-owners of the business, just had a screaming argument about something, I thought maybe I was just being loud.
Whoops.
But she didn't reply. So okay.
So, on that point you're saying about what photography is, and there's been a big debate recently, and it's been an ongoing debate kind of since photography started. It's never really been seen as an art by fine artists like painters and sculptors, but now that photograph just sold for $6.5 million, it's reinvigorated that discussion of photography as art.
Yeah, Tim, you want to put that up?
And,
It's just insane.
Well, no, it's just that
You got it on the screen? Yeah, I mean, this is the picture. You saw the picture, right?
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, we live in a time when anybody could go take that picture, basically, right now.
It's time and place. I mean, I don't want to say I could have taken that picture, but
Well, you could.
yeah, you think so?
Yeah, I think so.
Was there a lot of post work done on that picture? Do you believe?
Maybe a little bit. I mean, it's like you said, time. The light was coming through the canyon at that time of day, and
Tim, I'm going to
See, that's
send you a
the thing.
link to a tweet
that's-
out.
That's one of the things that I've understood
back-
from
you
a
go
lot
back
of
to
this
us?
is that anyone can take the picture, but it's someone who has like the determination and the skill to know I can take this picture, but then let me wait longer because maybe I can do something to change this. So like
Okay.
that's where skill I think comes
there
in. But
certainly is some skill, but 880 billion pictures are taken every year now. It's
880 billion
Yeah, Yahoo did a study.
with a B.
With a
let
B.
that sink in.
That sounds
for a
high.
second.
No, that's what they're
about
saying.
right.
Yahoo did a study on it.
So 100 pictures a person?
Pretty much, yeah.
Around math.
Yeah,
Okay. Wow.
I've probably
So
taken that many.
basically-
this weekend.
And they're not all saved. They're deleted,
Right.
etc.
If that many pictures are taken every year, there's bound to be more than a few that are good. So,
So what?
Hopefully,
right.
It was.
it'd be a horrible keeper rate.
Yeah.
You're on us, not the screen, right? Okay, it was great because we had this discussion how we're going to have 5 topics today to talk about, and we're already have 300 because my next question was going to be with regard to how photography prints work, and let's we're going to stand tight, but let's finish this because it's important.
Sure.
Yeah,
So
definitely.
my question to you guys is, what is your opinion on the fact that this photograph sold for $6.5 million, right? Can you print another one?
I mean, yes.
Yeah,
could,
you could,
even if
but
it's
that
film.
will lower the value of it again.
Right, but he already has $6.5 million in his
Right.
pocket, right?
Right.
Maybe there's an agreement that he would give the files over or
Sure,
something.
a lot of photographers, it's called editions, so they'll have like 1 out of 5, or maybe this one's just going to be the only edition ever of it.
Right.
Which definitely brings up the exclusivity of the print. I mean, that's what with like a lot of the older Ansel Adams and
Am I allowed? I mean, you guys don't know the legality, but I know the answer is yes. I mean, I could find out where you took that picture and go take my own, right?
Sure.
And then sell
you could
it.
attempt to, yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
Right.
I mean, why
That's
not?
why a lot of
Well, between the 3 of us together, like I got all the equipment, you guys got all the brains. We should be able to figure this thing out.
I've been reading though that this may be there might be a little bit more to this. There might be some kind of marketing stunt. That there may be some money exchanging hands behind the scene to try and like either increase the pot. Right.
Up the interest in photography.
Exactly.
All right, so we can't resist to go to the next topic, but we have to talk about Sony Pictures Entertainment.
I don't think we're going to not be able to
Yeah, they've taken a
talk
beating.
about them.
They've taken a beating, and it's kind of funny to me because if they just watched our Tech Talk video, they'd be
It would have been fine.
they'd be okay right now. But our producer Tim is laughing. His password's probably Tim. Tim. So we're gonna. Is this the article that we got here?
Yeah, so this is the one we were actually wrapping everything up last night after the show, and we kind of everyone's calming down, and I happened to open my Facebook up, and this came up, this Gizmodo article
All right.
about Sony had to shut productions down because they cannot
So
process.
let me read you an excerpt from the article. This is from Gizmodo.com. The Times of London is reporting that Sony Pictures, in quotes, canceled shoots because the problems have left it unable to process payments, end quotes. The paper cites only one source in this report, but at this point, nothing seems to surprise the world of SPE. I guess we're going to have to abbreviate Sony Pictures Entertainment because it's just...
It's a household name
Oh.
at this point, but not for the reason they want.
The historical awful hack from a couple of weeks ago just gets more awful with each passing day. I think I couldn't have said that better myself if I didn't laugh.
It's gonna get worse.
So
I think.
essentially, my summarization of this for you guys is that they were hacked so bad that their bank accounts need to be changed, that their credit cards are compromised, and who knows, maybe they're unable to even move the stuff, because if they move the stuff, that's already like kind of pre-hacked in a way.
Yeah.
I've read in cases like this one or similar to it, that some of the meetings and executives were going back to like chalkboard or like whiteboard type meetings now and going off smart technology. But it kind of touches back to one of the things you guys talked about on the first Tech Talks with two-step authentication and increasing security, and we're kind of maybe moving to a post-password type world.
I think that I think it's going to be a little hard to. For us to just broadly say if they had two-step authentication, they'd be fine. I mean, I think this type of hack is a tremendous breach. Yeah, and I think that they I'm not a security expert, but they should have certain safeguards in place, like maybe don't let someone upload 2 terabytes of data in on your high-speed connection.
Again, too, they had warnings from their IT department saying we're open to this. Don't do these things. There was even beginnings of articles, which is why we didn't put them up, because there's not really many sources yet, but that it said that even like executives in the company had said for months that they're open to these attacks, they know they're coming, we need to stop them, and obviously no one paid attention and decided to do anything about it.
And I just want to make one note too. We keep making the joke because it kind of makes me laugh too. There's personal reasons I have, but with the password security, if these users, these hackers, were at the point where they can access that type of password information, it was a little bit too late. The passwords that they had, they would have been gone around anyway and cracked, but it certainly didn't slow them up at all.
Not at all.
So I just wanted to mention that. And this is one of the advantages when you use it. You should use off-site, secure areas where everything's not in a close, network, and so on. So we just want to mention that they, are stopping production of certain films because of this, and that is, that just shows you how deep this really went.
Well, we were joking last night about how, thinking about the future of like what a conflict is going to be. That's how it's going to go.
Your head's in the sun, is that why?
Oh yeah, because if I do this, I'm blind and I look like Powder from the movie Powder.
All right. Yeah, you want to move over?
Slide over.
I'll move over.
I'm gonna get chummy with you, Alex.
All right, good. Yeah, you good, Mike?
So,
Yeah, I'm good right
All right, good.
looking at what this has basically caused, we're seeing that you don't have to physically attack anybody anymore. You do something like this, and look how much havoc has been wreaked on Sony, the staff, things that people said, personal things, and the company's now having to shut things down. That's just ridiculous.
Yeah, and I mean, last note on this, and Mike, you obviously can get a note in too if you have one. That I mean, think about this. Instead of invading a country, you just take out their top 3 banks or wipe out. Whether it's kind of like in that movie Fight Club.
Sure.
I mean, you're talking about a devastated. Right, the country can't run. So it's a new world we're living in for sure.
Yeah, no, definitely. And in fact, one of the things I just saw, the Department of Homeland Security was warning that a sun reaction could make like a third of the country lose its power, and that would be more crippling than any bomb.
Yeah, I mean the Earth has a tremendous magnetic field, so I don't want to totally segue into my science nerd brain, but
sure.
there have been solar flares for long before us.
Well,
So
my point was that we rely so heavily on electronics now.
yeah, right. I mean electricity even.
I mean, even to do this,
But
what we're doing right now.
okay, we're doing advanced broadcast. That's not necessary,
Let's bring
but
this all the way down.
but when you think about your water,
Yeah.
and your water comes with a pump. I mean, I live in an apartment building. It's pumped up to me. My water
has to be cleaned and treated somehow. You'd cut the electricity out with that.
Yeah. So let's talk Leica.
Let's get into cameras now.
All right.
Well,
So
actually, you want to go right from you're talking about something bad with Sony Pictures to talk about good Sony cameras.
Yeah,
Just
you know what?
all right,
That's
great.
good.
I like that. So these are obviously 2 different divisions. We're gonna do. We're talking about the Sony 5-axis FF stabilizer.
Yeah, the new A7 Mark II that just came out. Sony's really always been notorious for pushing out new cameras constantly. In fact, some of the
I'm
cameras
gonna
they
send
come
you a
out
link to
with
it.
are
Don't go to my screen.
considered vaporware almost. Like some of the
Yeah.
things that they just. I love Sony because they create things just to see how the market reacts sometimes.
Yeah.
But-
Well, that's how research and development is. I mean, any one of these top companies has tremendous R&D going on. So
That's true.
They
but
do
Sony
release-
seems to actually release it for people to put their hands on, whereas some of the other manufacturers seem to play it a little bit more conservatively at times. But I really love what Sony's done because like we were.
Oh, we don't have the camera. It's not in our system yet. Even is that new?
It should be. It's brand new. I know that it is here in the store.
go get it?
For
No.
Okay. So basically,
Is there something that you show with it?
what you were saying before, Alex, about how no matter how good the phones get, you're looking at a small lens and a small sensor right here. That's why I love what Sony's done, because they've kept the true full 35 millimeter frame sensor, but have reduced the size of the body to be small with a lot of nice little lenses and and the Wi-Fi in the cameras too. So that's what I was saying before. You can share. I just did it the other night. I was taking pictures of my cat and then sent it to my phone instantly. It's fast. And the pictures look great. I mean, we're kind of moving into a hybrid world with that.
we have these professional cameers to photograph
Right, to
our
photograph
pets.
the cats and my food. Exactly.
Tim, fix the search when
No,
you.
I mean, it's the same
Actually,
thing that
tweet out
that,
this link.
I've been saying. I know a bunch of people have been saying in the industry that
And fix the search when you get a
social
chance for
media
A7
sharing
Mark
is a
II.
big part of what we want to do as professionals in the industry. Shooting a wedding, you want to be able to have a monitor set up during reception and have the bride and groom be able to show everybody, the images.
Sure,
It's so easy
somebody
to do
that
this.
a sick relative or someone who couldn't fly out for a wedding can see the pictures being, the professional pictures coming live. I mean,
So yeah, Tim's gonna tweet out the link to the A7 Mark II on our website, and we have both kits in there, and they're fully set up with all the information. And if you click on the interactive tour button, you get a cool little interactive tour. So this looks like it has a great sensor. A lot of cool stats here.
Oh, yeah.
The 24.3 megapixel sensor. What's 5-axis image stabilization?
so basically, one of the most popular features of this camera is the lens mount itself. Because,
Okay, so we're not talking about we're not talking about image stabilization of the lens. We're talking about it on the camera.
well, no, it's just that the mount, the E-mount that it uses, is very adaptable. You can put old Canon FD lenses on it. You can put Leica lenses on it. You can put.
Do I need an adapter?
Yes.
Okay, but the
that's
Sony sells adapter.
Sony does sell some adapters, but most of the more popular ones are third party.
Do we sell those?
NovaFlex is one that we sell that lets you put everything.
So you search our website NovaFlex and you find it.
Metabones.
NovaFlex, Metabones is one of them, which anyone in the industry would know about.
Metabones.
How do you spell NovaFlex?
No, you spelled it right. There's a bunch of new adapters that
What do I search our website for to find the adapter?
NOVOFL.
So the reason that's important though is because
There you go.
you can put any lens on there. You can even use the Canon EOS lenses, and there's adapters that support image stabilization.
Wow, look at all the adapters this company sells.
Exactly.
Well, UniquePhoto.com has all this stuff.
And what's great is NovaFlex is right down the street from us. Is their US. So, you want to get something and say we don't normally sell it, we can get it in, add it in, purchased, and as long as they have
got
it in
it.
their warehouse, I can pick it up. And
I got it.
So the whole point is
Gotta stock 'em.
the reason that that's
Oh, yeah.
important is because you can put any lens on this camera, and the stabilization's built into the body, so any lens you put on it will be stabilized.
So is that like cutting edge?
For a camera like
I've
this,
never heard of that before.
Well,
I'm pretty sure this is the first full frame camera with
Exactly.
sensor
Full frame.
stabilization.
Because you like point and shoots have it, but that's different.
Point and shoots have it. The EM5
old
from
Sony,
Olympus
like
has
APS
had it.
cameras had it. Yeah,
Yeah.
Micro Four Thirds has it, but this
I think
is the
Sony
first.
calls it what? Steady shot is what the sensor
Right.
stabilizer is.
Talk to me about. Give me another feature of this camera that you really like, because I'm not fully sold. All right, I got some image stabilization. I shoot a Canon.
The thing is a low light beast.
Yeah.
Really, and any of the 3 or 4 versions of the camera now, and I mean, it's undeniable that you look at images from them at high ISO and nothing really touches them.
Then they're just a lot.
We're talking about a $1,600. We're talking about a $1,700 essentially with free freight. $1,700.
And if purchased
body,
so.
mirrorless body, and I have Canon lenses, so I mean I could get that adapter. I understand. But if I want to upgrade my whole system, we're talking about a big investment. Is that going to be worth my investment? Am I going to see the difference between this and my high-end Canon camera?
Well, your high-end Canon camera is a lot bulkier and heavier too, and there's no reason to be carrying around that kind of weight anymore, unless you're even photojournalists are using smaller cameras and phones now too.
Yeah, it's less
Unless
intrusive.
you're in a hostile environment or really beating your equipment, there's becoming less and less reason to carry a heavy camera these days now.
And besides, really, we've gone to a whole industry where the newest item is always what we want to we pine for, but when it comes to brands anymore, something that I've learned, and I know some other people have learned too, is that if the camera feature-wise fits what you're trying to shoot, why not go for it? It
Right.
means
So don't be
you're
as
gonna-
worried about the brand. You're saying
Yeah,
don't be like I
exactly.
need the Canon.
Right.
I understand.
Yeah, and it's because
psychological.
because Canon
Right,
stuff, the pro stuff from Canon and
Yeah.
Nikon, there are times where nothing can beat them.
Sure.
This camera, like with yours, there's times where the thing's going to perform amazing for weddings because you'll be able to use available light.
Right.
You want to make a billboard, you need to shoot medium format or.
I'm big on the psychology of a purchase, and certainly being brand oriented is in terms of electronics is there's pluses and minuses, but for a camera, as you're saying, it's psychological.
Well, to a degree, like I was saying before, there really is no such thing as a bad camera now, and even a bad lens. To be honest with you, I mean, one of the best.
I want you to lie to me, actually.
Okay.
No,
I'm
go ahead. Tell me.
working
Tell
very
me.
hard right now.
Yeah.
One of my favorite Ansel Adams quotes is that any modern lens, like post 1950, was going to give you amazing pictures, and that a lot of it is just marketing. But to the counterpoint a little bit, Sony is making the world's best sensors right now. There's no argument.
And they have been, I think, for a while.
And they're making sensors. I mean, they're sensors in my phone.
Yeah. No, Nikon
Even
uses
mine.
sensors on a lot of cameras, and there's some rumors that Canon might start doing that too. Even start to use Sony.
Yeah, I mean, we're talking about a world where it's a technology piece. So they're manufacturing. They're a manufacturer. That's what they're doing, and they're an OEM manufacturer. So certainly they have the advantage of their own pieces, and we'll go from there.
Yeah.
Any last remarks on that?
No, just it's exciting to see companies like Sony and Fuji that, when I first started working here 5 years ago, those companies were considered to be like, they're not going to be around for much longer in the imaging business, and now they're really booming. And it's nice to see the competition, and it's great to see a company like Sony and like Fuji come back. From
Yeah, I mean,
definitely.
Fuji's X series stuff is awesome. We got to talk about that next time.
Yeah, definitely.
Oh, yeah.
So let's jump from camera to camera. Talk about sensors. There's a
take this
report
one.
that came out. Yeah, we'll let Sean hammer it out on this one, and Mike and I will retire. So when we give the introduction, then you can give your whole little speech.
I'm excited.
All right, you're excited about the downfall. So we have Leica cameras official response on the M9 sensor white spots and corrosion issue. So Sean, first we'll go slow here. Tell me what that means.
So, a little while ago, a report came out through some of the tech channels that the Leica M9 variants. So this is anything that uses
M9
Leica
is a
M9
5,000.
I believe the 8 as well.
The M8, I haven't read if it's confirmed on the M8, but I know that it's that.
So
the
how
sensor
much
base.
money, the sensor base, okay, how much money are these cameras that have this sensor?
You're talking anywhere from used at about $2,000 up to new
7 or
at
8,000.
7 to.
So we're
no,
talking-
actually more than that, about 8 or 9 because the monochrome is part of it.
A little more succinct answers, please. So we're talking about
$8,000.
Right. So we're not talking about a toy here.
Body only, $8,000.
$8,000. Body only.
Body only.
Okay. These interchangeable
no
lens?
autofocus.
Yes.
Interchangeable.
No
rangefinder.
autofocus.
No,
Okay.
handmade.
It's about $8,000
Handmade
camera.
in
So
Germany.
if I bought this camera, let's say a year ago, new,
Right.
I could have paid $8,000 depending on the version.
Sure.
For yeah.
What's happened to my camera right now?
So the issue that's come up is basically the cover glass that they put over the sensor to protect the actual sensor itself.
Okay.
Which is on every camera.
Right. So if you lift up the mirror on the DSLRs, or if on a mirrorless camera you just look in the hole,
Yeah, you're
that's the
actually
sensor.
looking at glass and then the sensor below it.
Okay.
So
And
what's
it's very thin.
Yeah,
It's
super
okay,
thin,
okay.
optically as clear as they can be. And
So
this,
I might not even know it.
exactly.
Okay, great. So tell me.
This is also the area where either your AA filter is housed, your IR
picture
filter
up.
is located. So basically, the issue is that the cover glass is deteriorating. So the coatings that are on it, they're actually starting to cause black spots or white spots surrounded by this kind of like weird just texture. Now, from what I've read in the article, some people had looked at it and said, okay, it's probably dust on the sensor or a smudge on the sensor, which is very common, really, with any camera.
So like the 30th one it happened to, right?
Exactly. So this came up, and I mean, honestly, you're buying an $8,000 camera. I don't want to be dealing with something defective in it.
Right.
So
I mean, I want it to be replaced for free.
for free,
Right.
yeah. I mean, that'd be it. So Leica, actually very, to me, impressive, has come out and made an official statement that yes, they recognize that there is a problem, and they're doing what they can to correct it. Now, doing what they can to correct it, sometimes that can come out as a line, and it's like, oh, okay, yeah, I'm just going to have to deal with it for forever and then wait in some line to get them to take care of it. But what they've come out and said is that, look, if you bought the camera, and I'm going to actually look for the quote exactly here, was that if the camera was bought within a set period new, in the last, I think it's 3 years, and we'll confirm in the article, that they're replacing it.
So they just replace the camera.
Replacing the sensor, and the basically the whole mechanism, which is what's in the image that you've got.
Okay, so give me the skinny because we're running long.
Okay.
If my camera, I bought it used, let's say,
Yes.
yesterday. Not from here because we'd replace it for them.
Yes.
And I had to send it to Leica. How much am I looking at?
It depends.
Give me the range.
They haven't actually issued a range yet. The way they're asking you to do is to contact their support directly, not even going through dealer channels with.
Wow. So if this were to happen, then let's say I were to break my own sensor. What am I looking at? $500? $1,000?
Could be.
So it's probably gonna be a similar price point.
About 500.
Possibly.
Would be my guess.
Yeah.
500. Wow.
And what they have said is that if it's past a certain period, it's they're going to vary the price. So it's not going to be full price, and as the camera
It
gets
should be
older,
for
is the
free.
higher
I
price.
mean-
My personal opinion is, yeah. If they're spending
Listen,
that money,
there's
I don't care.
there's
It
a
should
range
be
of
free.
manufacturing defects that happen, but if we're seeing that they're happening to newer cameras, then they need to do a big recall. I mean, I've seen companies, especially good companies, have an issue, they address the issue, and they start to switch everything out and fix it all. So I think it's important
and also looking at it too, like, okay, so this is a deterioration issue. It's going to happen on the older cameras.
I mean, let's
So
be
by
honest,
putting
I mean,
that
I don't mean
3-year
this
period-
as a swipe at Leica, but they've never been really known for being at the forefront of technology, but valuing craftsmanship over anything. So maybe there was an oversight. I'm not sure.
Which
There's a lot
happens,
of times when
yeah.
Leica's developing a camera where they put the best technology that they currently can in it, but since everything's made slowly and handmade, by the time it comes to market, it's a little bit.
it's a
Yeah, I hear what you're
generations
saying. And I think we see with the tech companies now, they have this whole design, but the last minute they could switch out a chip or upgrade it and still have this reliability.
Right.
Right. Apple develops a phone, it takes 2-3 years, it has to, but they allow the chips to kind of intersect
They
at
can
the end.
scale everything properly.
Right. So it would be like Leica developing this whole camera, the body, the whole system. At the end, they say, okay, what's the current chip we could put in it? Put that chip in.
Right.
But especially if they're buying from an OEM manufacturer like Sony, all the parts are the same.
Well, see, in this case, it's Kodak. Kodak's the one that manufactured all the sensors for this.
Wow. I wonder how that'll work since they went bankrupt. So I wonder if they're even responsible.
There is the sensor I know
now
was bought
Kodak
by another
Alaris.
company that
Oops.
is making them and
Yeah.
putting them in. So
Are we willing to give 7% off?
I'm on a
Back what-
thing.
Back what it said.
Yeah.
an active show.
I know, but they heard what you said. Yeah. The answer is yes, but we had a store meeting. We mentioned it.
So all right, what's that? The end goal with the Leica thing is that if you have an M9 or anything that uses the M9 sensor, definitely contact Leica through support, and we'll be able to kind of see if your camera's got any issues with it and have it taken care of.
So we won't handle that for the customer, right?
Leica is requesting that you do it direct.
Okay, good.
My guess is so they can monitor exactly the actual direct numbers of how many people are seeing an issue with it.
Are we giving stuff away?
Yes, we are.
We have some people to give it away.
that we're giving away.
All right,
Give away Sean.
let's give away some stuff here.
Sean is
So
for
I'm gonna
sale.
give you that.
Okay.
First.
So this is a
This is a
do it
camera in a
yourself
box.
Okay, so this is a do it yourself. This is kind of a cool gift. Also, we sell this, right?
Yep, we do.
What's the retail on this?
They're I think like $35, something like that.
So this is a great gift for the holidays because this is a build it yourself 35mm camera.
SLR camera. This is an actual single lens reflex.
So you can buy
yourself
a
camera.
couple rolls of film and this camera, and you can give it to your kid, your brother, your husband, your boyfriend, your wife, your girlfriend, and they can build this themselves.
Yep.
So that's a pretty cool gift. Like I think that's kind of fun.
Yeah. So we're going to be giving them out throughout the day. We've got a couple of them here for you. The best way to do it is to tweet in to either really any of us to Mike Zawatsky, Alexander.
Give it a
myself.
we're at Unique Photo. Tim's manager.
Yep.
All right, we have two people that won. Great. So Tim, our producer, will
right.
handle that, and we're giving away this Sony cooler. It got a little dirty. I
We're
guess.
giving away is one of these guys. There's more of them here. Great.
Sony
great
computer.
For your, what's that?
It's a Sony computer.
Yes, this is the actual new Sony Entertainment.
Yeah. No, what is that? For real?
Cooler.
Oh,
You can put your beer in it.
okay.
Yeah,
or an organ.
or an organ. They do have a health division, so. So we're going to be giving out one of these, one of these coolers, a couple of the Lomo constructor cameras. I believe Tim sent out a tweet about that before.
Yep.
And
We have plenty of those in stock too, so people can get them for
yeah.
holidays.
Yeah, pretty much anything.
Tim, tweet out a link to that from the website. How do I get that on the website, Sean?
So it's constructor with a K.
Sean will autograph this one.
Yes, I will if someone really wants it.
Cool, this is a great gift. So you can get it from the
I don't
website,
know
and
who
we're going to
would
be offering free next day shipping next week, or you can order now. We have free ground shipping on all the items. So Tim's going to tweet out a link to this item, and it's pretty cool. It's definitely cool item for the holiday, and make sure you pick up a couple rolls of film with that, and then they can go shoot and print their own pictures.
We can print them here.
Yeah, I really like that. I think it's a really good gift.
And it's it's a lot of fun too. Like I have one and I've shot with it. It's simple. You want to get someone to know it.
It's cool because a lot of people that are into technology and photography like the going backwards a little bit with this, like using film still, like, or even, it's kind of foreign now to make prints, but another great gift is the Canon selfie printer.
Yeah, well, that's my favorite item. We have the Tim will tweet out a link to that too. The CP910. We sell it for $79, and I think it's $85 for the black and the white. But we have a unique photo exclusive on the blue, and that's a really great item because that's one of my favorite items for the holiday because, first of all, it's $29 for 108 prints, and second of all, you put that printer in your house and connect it to your Wi-Fi. And once it's connected to the Wi-Fi, anyone with a smartphone can natively print. So you don't need to have grandma download an app. You just show her how to print it. And you go to Photos, Print, and it'll just find the printer automatically on the Wi-Fi. So at my parents' house, when we're there, especially on the holidays, we all get together on Christmas Day to celebrate the holidays. Everyone's just printing random funny pictures to this printer, and everyone's just wirelessly printing them. So at the end of the day, we have 20, 30 great prints. And that's a great item. That's called the CP910. So you just search that on uniquephoto.com. That's a great deal.
And it's a great thing because it's nice that, and like I said before, not that many people are making prints anymore because everyone's looking at a device, but it is really nice to see like a big print. Something.
And that print's great quality, and it's very low cost, 30 cents a print.
Quality. It's dice up.
Totally. Yeah, I really like that. And it has some nice features. You can put multiple on the same page, etc. Like I said, I love frustration-free. I love seamlessness. And this printer I connected to my Wi-Fi network. My password was shorter. It would have been 30 seconds, but it took me about a minute. And that's it. The phones find it automatically. I love it. So that's a great gift idea. And another great gift idea.
The Canon SLRs with the Wi-Fi will print directly to it.
Yeah, any Canon printer will print to it. So it has it's AirPrint capable. I think Android will print to it, and the Canon, of course, all the Canon cameras will print to it directly. And another great idea is some of their other printers, but another great idea is Instax Mini. So this is again, Mike. You're talking about tangibility. Making a print on the spot, and the Instax cameras are a great gift.
I think that's why we've seen them increase in popularity too, is because as convenient and nice it is to be able to do stuff on your phone and share it on the web. Like you said, the nice tangible print you can hang on to. People are kind of gravitating back towards that a little bit.
Oh yeah, I think we're going to see more and more of that. We also have a great gift idea is the Canon Dream Labo. That's the Canon's photo book, and I mean this photo book will knock your socks off. We'll show them off tomorrow. I don't even know what you call that. That's I guess lab quality and 12 by 12.
They're beautiful books for that are priced very competitively.
Those are the highest quality books I've seen.
Yeah, especially for the price. I mean, you can order like a giant wedding album from Italy for like $1,000, but without going to that extreme, this is one of the nicest things I've seen.
Made in the USA, and they have a great photo book program too, so you can make your own book exactly how you want. Or I think a cool thing to do for that is you buy from us the gift card. You can give that out so they can apply the gift card to make their own book, and they get their discount.
There's still the coupon on the website.
Yeah,
right?
20% off. Yeah.
Okay.
Definitely beats like Snapfish and stuff like that. I mean
those are garbage quality.
Better quality.
Yeah,
I mean,
we're talking about imagine taking your photos, putting them back to back, and putting them in a book. That's how we're talking here. And then I guess we're pretty much done. The last note we had here was YouTube launched a GIF creator. Just for all you guys who know what GIFs are, make those funny videos. But
are you pronouncing that? Well, the creator says they're GIFs.
Okay.
He does?
Pronounced GIF. Yes.
Wait, that's what the creator says?
Yep.
Nice.
And it sparked such a massive just argument online of no, he's wrong. It's
the G stands for graphics.
But it's not like the guy created it or anything. He can call it what he wants.
Yeah. Well, listen.
Pronounce it however he wants.
One of the best things are those, when you send the email with a small picture file and it does, has an animation. That's what a GIF is. And We know what it stands for?
Format or file?
Yeah, I think so. I think graphic interface file. So we're gonna get the exact one of that, but I think that's pretty fun that they made. You can get a snippet of video or get a couple, snapshots and make it into a little video. And GIFs are always fun to store in an email, and you can even text them. So it's like texting like a really small picture, and that's real fun. If you guys remember back iPhone 2.0, they had the little GIF exploit. So that was pretty cool. You can get through the phone like that. But yeah, but what's the acronym?
Because they're just trying to play it safe.
Can I find it faster than our producer? All right, so we're wrapping up today. Again, I'm Alex. Graphic interchange format. That makes sense. So I'm Alexander Sweetwood.
I'm Sean Robinson.
Mike.
So you guys can tweet us at Unique Photo. I'm at AX Suite.
At SMR_photo87.
At Mike Sawatsky.
It will get easier.
And you can hit us up on the Tech Talk page, uniquephoto.com/utechtalk, or come into the store. Make sure you get some of our prizes. And
definitely be sure to check in tomorrow because we're giving away some really badass prizes.
Right, so tomorrow will be Tech Talk 5 episode 1 because we went backwards. Is that how Star Wars works?
Yeah, that way.
I thought it was 5 episode 3 or 6 episode 2.
Oh, right. It should be
episode 14,
episode 5,
the thing.
number 3.
Okay.
Peace.